Good morning, students. Am I audible to you? Okay. Apurva?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay. Are you all right? Okay, you can just switch on your videos. Switch on your videos. We will start with measurement. Last class, we have discussed about the various types of price elasticity. There are 5 types of price elasticity we have discussed. Now, as I told you, there are numericals based on this price elasticity. So let us discuss that how to calculate the price elasticity of demand. So we'll write the first method to calculate price elasticity, or for the measurement of price elasticity, we have 3 types of methods: percentage method, total expenditure method, and point method or geometric method. There are 3 methods of measurement of price elasticity. First method is proportionate method or percentage method. Second method is total expenditure method, and third one is geometric method. Among these 3 methods, we will discuss only the first one. We have to calculate price elasticity based on percentage method only. So let me write that percentage or proportionate method. Percentage or proportionate method. Percentage or proportionate method. Let us lightly recollect all the formula. I have told you there are 2 formula. Okay, the first formula I am writing. First one is percentage price elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. The second formula is elasticity of demand is equal to delta Q upon delta P into P upon Q. where delta Q that is equal to Q1 minus Q, delta P is equal to P1 minus P. So listen, these are the formula. And do you remember I have told certain points that the elasticity of demand will be negative. We will not be considering the particular sign. We have to consider when we calculate, we have to consider, or we should ignore the negative signs. Okay, according to the question, either the first one or the second formula we have to use. Now, how to solve the questions? One solved question is given. Let us see that. Suppose I'm reading the question. Listen carefully. Suppose the price of the commodity falls from rupees 50 to rupees 40. Quantity demanded increases from hundreds to 150. So according to the question, you see, I'm just writing price of the commodity falls. Okay, just in short, I am writing the question. Price falls from rupees 50 to rupees 40. Now, quantity demanded increases from 100 to 150. 100 to 150 units. Now calculate price elasticity of demand. This is the question. Now in this question, according to this question, which formula used to be utilized? All of you make switch on your camera. Switch on your camera, please. Everyone. Anjali, Samruddhi, Rasia, Kavyani, everyone, please switch on. Only a few students. Switch on your camera. Now listen, you just listen, it's an important part. This is the question. You are asked to calculate price elasticity. According to this question, you know which of the formula used to be used? Which formula used to be used? Devesh? First one or second one?
Second one.
Second one. Because in the second one, it is given price quantity. Okay, delta Q, delta P, P by Q. And the first one, percentage changes. According to this question, there is no percentage change is given. And therefore, we are using this one. Now, second formula. Now, from the question, we have to write the values in right side properly. So, we have to write price falls from 50 to 40. So, we write P. P is equal to, what is P? 50. Initial price. Now, P1. P1 is equal to, what is P1? 40. Now we have to find out delta P. Delta P is equal to P1 minus P. That is equal to 40 minus 50, which is equal to 10. There, similarly, we have to write quantity demanded. Quantity demanded, that means Q is equal to 100. Q1 is equal to 150. Delta Q, change in Q is equal to Q1 minus Q, that is equal to 150 minus 100, which is equal to 50. So we have got two values. Am I right? Now we are going to apply these values in this formula. So what is the formula is this? According to that we will write price elasticity is equal to delta Q. What is delta Q? Delta Q is 50. Delta Q is 50 upon delta P. Delta P is 10. So we write 10. Then into P by Q. P means initial price, Q is initial quantity. So what is P? What will be P here? P, we can say P is 50 upon initial quantity is 100. See, we have applied all the values in the formula. After writing like this, the calculation is very simple, but you have to write like this. You have to write like this. Okay? After writing like this, the values of those will be applied in the formula and we have to calculate. Now what is that? Okay, then we get the value is 50 upon 10 into 50 upon 100. You will get the value 2.5. Answer is this. This is what is price elasticity of demand. Is that clear? Understand? Okay. Now we will see one more question. That question says, let me rub this. Now you open your textbooks. There are some solved questions. Just come to the solved questions. Solved questions, numericals. In that question number, I think question number 3. Agrada, you please read the question number 3. Let me see whether that question number is not. Please read that. Agrada. Have you seen? Read it. Read.
Household increases the demand for a commodity from 40 units to 50 units when its price falls by 10%. What is the price elasticity of demand? Is it elastic or inelastic?
Okay, according to that question, what formula we have to use? Tell me, Agrata. Which formula can be used?
First formula.
First formula, good. First formula, not the second one. First formula. Because in the question you see that it is given household increases the demand for commodity from 40 units to 50 units when the price falls by 10%. So already percentage change in price is given. And we need to find out only the percentage change in quantity demanded, then we can directly apply and the value is given. So now you see that to get that formula, applying that formula, so we can use like this, is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded. The derivation part, come to the derivation part. The derivation part we have discussed how to get a percentage change in quantity demanded. The derivation part we have seen that change in quantity demanded. To get to this, we will get change in quantity demanded upon initial quantity into 100. Is that This is the derivation part to, in order to get the percentage change in quantity demanded, to get this. Or else we can write one more, another way. What is that another way? It is Q1. We can write or Q1 minus Q. That is delta Q upon Q into 100. Then we get to the percentage. So here we can write percentage change in quantity demanded. We can write what is Q1 and what is Q. What is Q1 according to the question? Q1 means change in quantity. Q is initial quantity. What is the initial quantity there? You can unmute yourself and say.
40.
Yes?
40 units.
Just a minute. Say louder.
40 units.
Yeah, 40 unit is what?
Q.
Q. See, commodity from 40 units to 50. So Q is 40 units. And what is Q1?
50 units.
50. Change in quantity. Now we have got Q and Q1. Now see, Q1 minus Q. 50 minus 40 upon Q. What is Q? 40 only. Into 100. What we get? What we get? For 50 upon 40. 10 by 40 into 100. We will get it. We will get to 10 upon 40 into 100. Again, when we do the one, we get answer is 25. 25%. You got it? Are you getting me? 25. Now we have got that first one. Now see, second one already given in the question. So we can directly apply in the question. That is 25 upon what is percentage change in price according to the question?
10%.
10. So we will write 10. That is equal to 25 upon 10 is equal to
2.5.
2.5. We got the answer. 2.5 is the price elasticity of demand. Is that clear? Two method. All of it clear? According to the question, you have to use the formula. Okay. Then we. I will say one more question, one more type of question. Listen. Do one thing, you can again turn the pages, come to the numerical questions, unsolved questions. Numericals question, unsolved question. Unsolved questions. Unsolved questions. Unsolved questions. Third question. Devesh, read third question.
At a price of ₹4 per unit, a consumer buys 50 units of a good. The price elasticity of demand is -2. How many units will the consumer buy at a price of ₹3 per unit?
Okay. According to this question, which formula is supposed to be used? Second one. Okay. For second one, to use the second one, first of all, we write all the values what is given in the question. We can write the values. What are the values? Price of ₹4 per unit, which means P is given given P is equal to 4, right? P is equal to 4. Then what is Q? Q is equal to 50 units. Okay. Then if price falls by 25%, price falls by 25%. No. What's the question? Okay. The price elasticity of demand is -2. Price elasticity EP is equal to given -2. Okay, we should not take minus. Do not consider minus. Once you consider the minus, you have to use the same minus in the formula also. So as I told that without minus you can do it. All right, just write -2. Okay, -2. Price elasticity is -2. How many units will consumer buy at price of 3 per unit? 3. Another price also given. What is that price? That price is P1 price. P1 is ₹3. Now P and P1 is given, so therefore here we can find out delta P. Delta P is equal to P1 minus P, which is equal to 3 minus 4, that is equal to 1. It's coming minus, but we are ignoring the symbols minus. Okay, take the absolute value only. Now we have to apply these values into the formula. So we can write EP is equal to delta Q. There is no delta Q, so we write delta Q. EP we have value EP is 2 is equal to delta Q upon delta P. Delta P is 1 into P upon Q. P is 4 by Q. Q is 50. Apply the value. So can you complete this? Devesh? Complete it?
Yes. Sir, 25.
Yes?
Delta Q is equal to 25.
Delta, which means we can write like this. For
Two.
delta Q upon
50.
then we take the delta Q for delta Q here. For delta Q is equal to
50 into 2.
50 into 2. Then again delta Q is equal to 100 upon
4.
4, which is equal to
25.
25. We got this one, 25. Now 25 is not price elasticity. You see that it is, the question is asking how many units will the consumer buy at price of 3 per unit. So 3 per unit 3. So we have to find it out. 25 into 3, that is equal to
75.
75 units he or she purchases when price falls from 4 to 3, because we have studied when price falls demand increases. That is why initial stage quantity purchased is 50 at the price 4, but when price falls from 4 to 3, consumer increase the demand, that is why that reached from 50 to 75. Is that clear? All of you clear? Yes? Do one thing. Question number 1 from unsolved numerical. Do it. Just 2 minutes I am giving. Do it fast. All 3 types of numericals we have solved. Now question number 1, you solve it. Write all the values properly in the side and apply the formula correctly. Just 2 minutes I'm giving to you. Yes, make your videos on again, all the videos off. Who have completed? Yes, Disha. Unmute
Yes,
you.
sir.
Yeah. Have you completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the answer?
So 0.25.
Okay, what are the values? You just tell me. This is the formula. You tell me the
Yes, sir.
values that you applied here. You tell me what is delta Q?
So 20,
20, delta P,
20,
20, P,
50, 50.
50,
And Q is 100, 200,
Q is 100,
200, 200.
200. How did you get the delta Q?
So delta Q, 220 minus 200,
220 minus
200.
200, so 20. How did you get the delta P?
So 50 minus 30,
50 minus
30.
30, so 20. Now what is answer?
0.25.
Okay, have you got all? Everybody? Everyone, did you understand?
Yes, sir.
I want S from everyone. Please switch on your camera. Akriti, Avantika, Yashi, Samriti, Kavyani, George, Samriti. All of you understood? So there are, okay, a few minutes you make switch on your videos. Okay, there are few questions. How many questions are there? Total, how many questions are there?
13.
13, sir.
14. Out of 14, some questions are not by percentage method. Note it down. A few questions are not by percentage method. So you are supposed to do all those questions. What comes by percentage method only. We will be following percentage method only. So before solving those numericals, you can also go through the solved questions from the textbooks. What is given in the textbook, solved one. So once you go through that and make sure, and similarly the same way you can do those questions. Okay, so is that clear? So these are the three possibilities that I have told you. So two of the formula, any one of the formula can be used according to the question, but the entire things must be written. Entire process, don't write directly answer there. Even it is a symbol division, just at least write that step. It is compulsory. Okay, there is no step marking, but you have to show those steps also. This can be asked as 6-mark question, 3-mark questions, 2-mark questions. So it is compulsory to write everything. Now we move to the, I think you are clear. Now we move to the next part, that is calculation over. That is another method, the main method, that is total expenditure method. Now listen, just 5 minutes. Okay, what is mean by total expenditure method? Total expenditure method. What is mean by total expenditure? By total expenditure method, we are not going to calculate anything, but we have to understand how to describe this method or what is this method. Total expenditure means when a consumer demands some commodity, what is the total money spent on or spent to acquire commodities? For example, if I ask you, okay, 1 kilo of mango is 20 rupees. You need to purchase 5 kilo of mango. Now, what will be your total expenditure to purchase mango? Just tell me, someone of you. Unmute yourself and tell me. Avantika.
Sir, can you repeat?
You want to purchase mango. 1 kilo of mango cost is rupees 20. You have purchased 5 kilos of mango. What is the total expenditure?
Sir, 100 rupees.
100 rupees. Very simple. Because 5 into 20, 100 rupees. That is total expenditure. See, the entire amount is spent on one commodity, to acquire one commodity. Now, how did you get that 100 rupees? There is a formula in that. You see that total expenditure I am writing TE, that is equal to 1 kilo of mango is 20 rupees. That means price is equal to 20 rupees. Quantity demanded by the consumer is 5 kilo. So we can get P into Q. This is the formula. Total expenditure is what? P into Q. What is P? P means price. What is Q? Q means quantity demanded. Price is 10. Quantity demanded is 5 kilo. Total expenditure is 50. Price is 20, then as I told, it is 100 rupees. So total expenditure is 100 rupees. Total expenditure is the total expenditure, the total outlay. We say total outlay. Total outlay incurred by whom? By the consumer, by the household. For what? On purchase of a commodity. On purchase of a commodity. So just to understand, just to get the total value, we can simply say total expenditure is equal to P into Q, price into Q. Now, total expenditure of, by using this method, we can categorize. Using total expenditure method, we can categorize 3 types of elasticities. 3 types of elasticities. See, according to the percentage method, we have categorized 5 types of elasticities. 5 types. But according to the percentage method, we can categorize 3 types of price elasticities. 3 types of price elasticities. What are those 3 types? Number 1 is elastic demand. Elastic demand. The first one is elastic demand. Second one is inelastic demand. One is elastic and another one is inelastic. Inelastic demand. And third one is unitary demand. Unitary elastic. Okay, unitary elastic. So according to the total expenditure method, elasticities of demand can be categorized into 3. Keep in mind, elastic demand, inelastic demand, unitary elastic. Now what is mean by elastic demand? What is mean by elastic demand? Elastic demand, when a fall in price of the commodity results in increase in total expenditure. Very simple. We have seen that mango per kilo price is rupees 20 and 5 kilo we have purchased. Elasticity of demand says falling price. When price falls from 20 to 10, rupees 10, then price of the commodity falls from 20 to 10, then what is happening? That results in increase in quantity demand or increase in total expenditure, because definitely here the consumer can purchase more of commodity. Therefore, the entire outlay, the entire result, the entire expenditure will be more of that. Quantity purchased can be, if there is an example is given, okay, then at price 60, quantity purchased is 10, okay, so the total output is 10 into 60, that is equal to 600. Then price decreases from 60 to 50. Now price is 50, so the total output is increased. That means in place of 10, consumer purchased 13. So 13 into 50, we will get 650. So this 600 is total expenditure. 650 is total expenditure. You see that when price falls, total expenditure increases. That is known as elastic demand. That is known as elastic demand. In that case, change in quantity demanded more than offset change in price, more than the change in price. Suppose the 10% or 5% of price falls down, 15% of the quantity demanded. Okay, that is the case. This is what is known as elastic demand. So elastic demand, if we draw the diagrammatic representation of the elastic demand, we can draw like this: X and Y axis, quantity demanded, price. See, this is the demand curve, flatter demand curve. Now you see that price is 10, quantity demanded is 50. When price falls down from 10 to 8, look at the quantity demanded. See the difference. This difference and this difference shows the changes in price as well as changes in quantity. So here quantity demanded is much more than that of changes in its price. Therefore, this type of demand is known as elastic demand. Either fall or decrease or increase in price affects more demand, the quantity, then that is known as elastic demand. To get to that, the demand curve is flatter. Don't show vertical demand curve. Keep in mind certain things. When you draw vertical, then that will be reversed. So this is what is elastic demand. Is that clear? Okay, we'll stop here and we'll continue by next class inelastic demand and unitary elastic. So calculation of those numericals, okay, do not forget, you please solve those unsolved numericals in the fair copy in a proper way. Okay, if there is any doubt, by next class we will be discussing, and read it very carefully. Okay then, bye.